Have you ever browsed on the internet so much that you've come across strange images without any context and you never see them again? In this video, you'll know about some mysterious, strange and unsettling cases of images that you might encounter on the internet, from creepy warnings found and real-life cases. So let's get started. This image is mysterious for many reasons. If this is your first time seeing it, let me tell you that finding its context was extremely difficult, and there are probably still more details to uncover about this image. There's a curious case where many people feel like they've seen it before, but no one remembers exactly where. But on the internet, I found a text that gives us more information about the man that appears in the image. Billings, Montana. The Billings Police Department is asking for the public help to locate a man who was last seen on March 21, 2007. The man, whose name is currently unknown, was seen wearing a hospital gown and is described as having a deformed face and walking apparently with one limb. According to witness reports, the man is considered potentially dangerous. Anyone with information about his whereabouts should immediately contact the Billings Police Department. The man was last seen in the downtown Billings area, and it's believed that he only can walk in one foot. Police urge residents to be vigilant and avoid approaching him if seen. Anyone with information about this man is encouraged to contact the police department. Following this, more information about this individual was found. Soon I will make a video dedicated to this case. Trust me, it has a very interesting background story involving this real-life psychiatric hospital and another strange cases of sightings of people with completely black eyes. By the way, next you'll see a more detailed and higher quality image about this apparently dangerous man, which almost no one knows about. The Cursed Power Update of 2015. It's a story that, as strange as it might seem, involves around a single image. That is what you are seeing in this moment. What are you seeing is the lost media of what is said to be a real update of the popular mobile game that marked the childhood of many humans. This update was supposedly released of 2015. The Cursed Power Update 2015 is one of the creepiest cases of lost media. Its main feature was that you could kill Poe, allowing to vent out your frustration and anger on a poor and defenseless being who, after being mistreated, will end up killing his poor soul, leaving him empty. The Cursed Power Update 2015 shows that humans can be cruel by nature. This could really be strongly based on the fact that at least 80% of Poe players have at the same point tried to kill their Poe, who in theory was supposed to be their best friend. And this is one of the creepiest images, and it involves a very deep, tragic and also terrifying story, as there is actually video where you can see the doll that you are looking right now blinking.
Este video, cuyo autor prefirió mantenerse en el anonimato, se puede apreciar el momento exacto en el que esta figura pareciera cerrar sus ojos como si cobrara vida frente a la cámara.
She is known as the Snow White or Blancanieves in Mexico, and is believed to have some kind of demonic possessions which give her a very creepy facial expression. There exist occasions when people affirm that she was even seen walking, but that case already was covered by some YouTubers. But what really makes this image interesting is the tragic backstory involving very sad deaths that occurred in the Magic Kingdom or Reino Mágico in Veracruz, Mexico. This probably is one of the most interesting stories. These entities are known as facelings. They are mainly inhabitants of different backrooms levels. They are one of the most populated entities in the backrooms and probably one of the first entities that you will encounter. The two most common forms are the adult facelings and child facelings, although more have been discovered since. There exist different kinds of facelings, and contrary to what one might think, they actually cause a lot of curiosity, being similar to humans, and also have resemblance to SCP-3008. Their main characteristic is that they don't have face. During an exploration in the level known as the Night City, someone who accidentally ended up there felt watched while in one of the many dark streets of this place. When he was looking at one of the windows on the dark buildings, he saw something with glowing eyes staring at him mercilessly. The photographer was captured and he was killed, making this image one of the last things that he saw. One afternoon, an emergency warning was issued describing an abnormal weather condition characterized by rain and a simultaneous heat with a temperature of 50 degrees Celsius. This obviously will be considered an extreme weather. The rainwater was practically boiling. During this time, a grotesque monster appeared, attacking any defenseless human that it encountered. It is worth noting the extreme resemblance with Las Plagas from Resident Evil 4. A person was watching a documentary about how predators stalk their prey, stealthily to catch them by surprise on some occasions. During that documentary, examples of how animals in nature eat other animals alive to survive were being shown. This person fell deeply asleep during the documentary, which led to a strange and bizarre dream where for a moment he saw something stalking him from the door of his room, something that he could never have imagined. He described it as a very tall humanoid with a very disturbing mouth and a profile that he has no eyes. Later, someone made a representation and he said that it was very similar to what appeared on his dreams that time. The name of whatever appears in this next image is unknown. The only that is known about this thing is that he has nothing to do with a human being. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Its existence was the result of a possible glitch in reality that brought to life an horribly looking entity with some humanoid dog-like characteristics. I noticed some similarities that remind me to another image that I have seen before, which led me to search through my memories. This brought me to this another image where I can confirm it might be based on Teddy, the creepy teddy bear that terrorized many people during the 2010s. This image may seem creepy because it reminds us the feeling when you turn off the light and turn your back on the darkness, but feel like someone may be about to harm you, yet you don't feel like you're looking back to see what's behind you. It says that this creature is known as the Horned Mandrill, mainly because it has a horn in its face. This creature is also extremely dangerous, according to its story, as it is said to have caused the disappearance of more than 50 people between 2006 and 2015 in a very mysterious way, only letting a little evidence of its presence. This is the most chilling occasion because the person who captured this is probably already dead. The origin of the next image is unknown, and no one even has an idea of who might have created. However, in searching for its origin, I found two of the elements used in its creation. The first is this cornfield, which was edited, and the second is the mouth of that strange face, which comes from the typical creepypasta face. In the image there is a text that is asking you if you are able to see him. This image was used in multiple videos about 𝓣𝓘𝓜𝓟𝓢 and 𝓣𝓘𝓜𝓟𝓢 a few years ago, and as we know, these are characterized by using a strange elements that sometimes seem nonsensical, but everything can have a subjective meaning in 𝓣𝓘𝓜𝓟 and dreamcore, where it is very common to encounter these types of images. This image reminds me a little bit of the backrooms, but it has nothing to do with the backrooms. It has an open wound on its head from which blood flows. There is likely a story surrounding it. What it says is that it has tried to escape of the life in multiple ways. It will also represent the lack of purpose in the life that some people experience, and yet they are seen smiling despite the feeling that nothing has a true purpose. The smiling face entity represents someone who is actually a depressing being. It has nothing to do with the backrooms, although his appearance. It has an open wound on his head from which blood flows. There is likely a story surrounding it, that is that he has tried to escape of the life in multiple ways. It will also represent the lack of purpose in the life that some people experience, and yet they are smiling despite the feeling that nothing has a true purpose. It is said that unknown beings still habit the depths of the ocean. There are rare occasions when an encounter with such a creature occurs, and today it's too much way easier to record it with a camera, which explains the strange creature that you are seeing now. It has the appearance of a small monster. It seems to hide that face inside its shell, but it wasn't alive in the moment that it was found. Well friends, I think this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If there's one, please comment, leave a like, and stay tuned for new videos. coming soon this next week. I'm gonna focus on more Trevor Henderson videos. But well, thank you so much for watching. See you.